Have you ever woken up one morning, looked around at the life you've built, and quietly wondered, where am I in all of this? The house, the family, the career, the routines, everything you worked so hard for, it's all here. And yet something feels missing. You've spent years showing up for everyone else, making sure they were cared for, safe, loved. You gave and gave because that's what love does. But somewhere in that giving, somewhere between the laundry and the late-night worries, you slowly started to disappear. And now, when life finally slows down and the noise fades, there's a quiet ache. A voice that whispers, I built a life for everyone else, but where am I in it? If you've been feeling that, please know you're not alone. So many women, especially after 40, reach this point, a moment where the mirror doesn't quite reflect the woman you feel inside. You've worn so many roles, mother, wife, daughter, caregiver, professional, and each one asked for a piece of you. You poured your heart into those roles. But now, when some of them shift or fade, when the kids grow up, when relationships change, when careers slow down, you're left holding an unfamiliar silence. You're grateful, yes, but also unsettled, because no one ever taught you how to build a life with yourself at the center. This isn't your fault. Society celebrates women for their sacrifice, for putting others first, for being strong, nurturing, tireless. And for years, that's what you did. You were the glue that held everything together. You made sure everyone else had what they needed, even when it meant putting your dreams, your rest, your joy on hold. But over time, the world you built became a reflection of everyone else's needs, not your own. And now, standing in it, you can't help but feel a quiet emptiness, not because you failed, but because you've outgrown the version of yourself that lived only for others. What you're feeling right now isn't a breakdown, it's an awakening. A call from your soul saying, it's time to come home to yourself. You see, when we spend decades being who others need us to be, we start to lose sight of who we are. Our identity becomes tied to doing, not being. And when the doing slows down, we're left wondering, who am I, really? What do I want? What brings me joy now? That uncertainty can feel scary, but it's also sacred, because it means you're standing at the threshold of rediscovery. So how do you begin again? How do you find yourself when you've been missing for so long? The first step is acknowledgement. Allow yourself to feel everything, the grief, the confusion, the resentment, the exhaustion. You've carried so much for so long. You don't need to pretend you're fine. It's okay to cry for the years you gave away, for the dreams you set aside, for the version of you who stayed silent so others could shine. She did what she had to do. She was brave. But now, she's ready to breathe. The second step is compassion. You don't need to rush your healing or force answers. You're not behind, you're becoming. This season of your life isn't about fixing, it's about listening. Sit with yourself like you would with a dear friend. Ask, what do I need now? What makes me feel alive? Maybe it's art or nature or quiet mornings or learning something new. Maybe it's simply rest. You've been serving everyone else's story, now it's time to write your own. The third step is reconnection. Start small. Do one thing each day that's just for you, something that brings peace or joy. Take a walk without purpose. Light a candle and breathe. Say no to something that drains you. Say yes to something that nourishes you. Little by little, those small acts become a bridge back to yourself. You'll start hearing your own voice again, the one that got quiet under all the noise. And the fourth step is permission. Give yourself permission to change. You don't owe anyone the old version of you. You're allowed to outgrow people, places, and routines that no longer fit. You're allowed to want more or less. You're allowed to create a life that finally has you in it. You've spent decades proving your worth through giving. Now, your worth is simply in being. You are not starting over, you're starting with yourself. And that's the most powerful place to begin. So take a deep breath. Look around. Everything you've built still matters. The love, the memories, the care, they're all part of you. But now it's time to build something new, a life that feels like home, not just for others, but for you. You haven't missed your moment. This is your moment. The woman you're becoming has wisdom, strength, and softness the younger you never could have imagined. She doesn't need to be everything for everyone. She just needs to be herself, fully, bravely, beautifully. So tonight, when it's quiet, place a hand on your heart and whisper, I'm here, I see you, and I'm coming back. Because you are, and the life waiting for you is. And the life waiting for you is more peaceful, more authentic, and more yours than ever before. You built a life for everyone else out of love. Now, It's time to build one that includes you.